Why do you want to become IAS officer?
Sir, ever since my childhood, as my father is working in a government sector, I've been inspired from him actually. And then while I'm actually presently working as a medical officer, sir, where I feel there is very restricted arena for me to dispel what I expect, sir.
What is your expectation which medical is not able to fulfill?
Sir, as a medical officer, what I feel is my field is very restricted for dispelling my whatever that I hope, sir. Like, I want to have a very broad view of administration, sir. Medical officer is also an administrative job, but it is restricted to a small, like, village, a PHC, consisting of only 30,000 people, sir, where like only curative treatment is done. Preventive aspect is less thought of, sir. So preventive aspect, it involves more of administration, sir, rather than just being a doctor.
But are you sure that if you become an administrator, you will be posted in the health sector where you can give more focus on the preventive aspect?
Anywhere, sir. Posted anywhere, I'll dispel my, like, I'll do what it is required, sir.
What is your father working as?
He's working as a senior staff, sir, in accounts department in Southwestern Railways, sir.
In Southwestern Railways?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you think these bullet trains will be of any use to the country?
Yes, sir.
In
It'll
what?
certainly. Like, for example, between Bangalore to Mysore, there was a proposed bullet train project, which promised transport from Bangalore to Mysore in 40 minutes, sir. That will relieve the pressure on Bangalore as such, because many other cities which are nearby Bangalore, for example, like Kolar and Tumkur, Mysore, they can develop, people from there can travel till here, and it will be convenient for mode of transportation. It improves everything, sir. Trade, transport, and it relieves the pressure on metropolitan cities, what I feel, for example.
Do you think the movement of the goods by trains is better or by roads is better?
By trains is better, sir.
In what?
Because the transportation cost is, as I've read somewhere, it is just 1.4 rupees per kilometer in trains, sir. But on road, it will be 2.1 rupees per ton per kilometer. It is a huge margin, sir. And my suggestion would be, like, all the modes of transport should be combined, sir, like waterways, roadways, and railways. Because only one, you can't carry the goods till the destination in only railways. So everything should be combined. But railways, the freight corridor should be developed, sir. It has to be developed.
Which are the corridors which are being developed in India?
Already corridors like Delhi to Mumbai and Delhi to Calcutta are in line, sir. But more corridors should be developed, sir, like Bangalore to Chennai, because both are industrial hubs, basically.
Mr. Elisha?
Yes, sir.
Namaste, Akash.
Namaste, sir.
What does your name signify?
My name signifies something very broad, sir. Something under which everyone lives, like sky.
So, what can you think of
Yes, sir.
Akash in defense system?
Akash is a missile, sir.
Which missile is it?
It is a surface to air missile.
Are you very clear?
Yes, sir.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Is it not air-to-air missile?
As
You
far
can
as
check on
my
it.
knowledge is concerned, it is. Yes, sir. I'll definitely check on
Who is the missile man of India?
Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam.
Who was the first person who hit the missile? Who tried the missile?
No, sir. I don't know, sir.
What do you think about Tipu Sultan?
Yes, sir. As I've read somewhere, with the French connection, he tried to build a missile.
I think even APJ Abdul Kalam ji also mentioned that the first missile man was
Tipu Sultan.
Tipu Sultan.
Yes, sir. Exactly.
What is the controversy recently which you have seen or heard on
Yes,
Tipu
sir.
Sultan? in your home state?
Yes, sir. In Karnataka, last year there has been a celebration of Tipu Jayanti, sir.
So do you think it is right?
I think in one way it is right, but it is what I feel it is totally a political move, sir. Basically to gather the votes of
Tipu Sultan or
celebrating
the
Tipu
controversy
Sultan.
of Tipu Sultan?
The controversy, celebrating the intention, what I feel is politically motivated, because there are a lot of other things which we can do to bring about the lives of minorities, sir. Not just celebrating on
So
one
what
day.
the government has done is wrong?
It is just tokenism, sir.
If
What
you
I
are
feel.
Chief Secretary of the state,
Yes,
and
sir.
the government has done it,
Yes, sir.
so do you feel that you should have resisted this particular move?
No, sir. Whatever the government has done, I'll try to make sure that there is peace on that day and there is no incidences of violence.
Well said. You are an MBBS doctor.
Yes, sir.
We see that you are physically challenged. Which
Yes.
part of your body is physically challenged?
Upper limb, sir.
Okay. How do you, deliver all these things with your, that is you being in the civil services?
Yes, sir.
How will that be a advantage to you?
Advantage or disadvantage, sir?
Advantage.
Advantage, I don't think there are any advantages with that. But whatever disadvantages that I had, I have converted into my advantages only, sir.
Like
For example, when I was posted in OBG, obstetrics and gynecology postings, I had to deliver babies. Like there are actions which I can't do, sir. Supination, pronation, rotation of head of the baby, and I managed myself initially.
So how was it an advantage for you?
It was an advantage because I came out of it, sir. It was not a disadvantage. Basically, it was
Okay, what are
totally
different
from my
types of
side.
weathering?
Weathering, chemical weathering, physical weathering, mechanical weathering, or biological weathering, sir.
What is in situ?
In situ is within the place, confined to that place.
So what are the different forces of erosion?
Force of erosion, sunlight, wind, rain, like water, and then
Today is 6th of March 2016.
Yes, sir.
How do you define today's date in 5 letters?
5 letters.
Do you know what Immanuel Kant?
Immanuel Kant, yes.
Who is he?
He's an I've read him in ethics, so I feel he's a philosopher. Excuse me, sir.
Keep it in your hand if it doesn't work.
Yes.
So Immanuel Kant was your classmate?
No, sir. He's a
during your
philosopher.
geography studies?
No, sir. Sorry, sir. He was a philosopher.
Okay, you just tell me, I just placed 2 names.
Yes, sir.
You got to tell me the difference between them.
Yes, sir.
Immanuel Kant, Majid Hussain.
Immanuel Kant.
Difference. One difference.
One difference. Immanuel Kant was a proponent of probabilism, and Majid Hussain, he deals with regional geography.
Okay. Similarity between both?
They both have dealt with human geography aspect as well.
Okay. So can you just tell me what is Fred Hoyle?
Sorry, sir. No idea.
Hoyle, Fred Hoyle.
No, sir. I don't know.
Okay. You told about levels of preventions. I mean, you said you're preventive.
Yes,
You're
sir.
looking forward to preventive medicine.
Yes, sir.
So can you just explain on the levels of preventions that you will use as an administrator in
Yes.
order to curb a communicable disease like malaria?
Yes, sir. There are different modes of prevention: primary, secondary, tertiary level of prevention. Basically, the primary level is not making the patient come till the hospital. That is primary prevention at their own place. Like for example, malaria or Zika disease as such, it spreads through mosquitoes, sir, Aedes aegypti mosquito, and basically it lays larvae in fresh water. The fresh water collected for use in the houses, they are actually used. So preventive measure is to keep them closed.
Why do you have a 3-piece glass? Why don't you go in for a full frame?
What I am wearing, sir? Initially, when I was wearing a full frame glass, it used to obstruct my field of vision. So I went for this type of glasses, sir.
Over to
Yes. Yeah, man.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
You fond of reading books?
Yes, madam.
You know J.K. Rowling?
Yes, madam.
Which books have you read?
I actually have read only like Kannada books, ma'am. Books
Not
related to
JK,
Kannada.
International literature?
No, madam.
Okay. Do you think that writing for children is more difficult than adults?
Yes, madam, certainly.
Why?
Because we can't express ourselves totally. It may be over expressing, like maybe something out of the children's purview. Like many books, they use certain bad words which are not meant to be for children. We don't usually teach children bad words and things like for example, sensuousness, other things in the books which cannot be told to the children. And even certain controversial issues like communalism, etc.
No, that is
cannot be.
difference between the topics which you read. If you pick up a simple topic,
Yeah, ma'am.
writing for children, is it more difficult to write them for adults or children?
It is difficult to write for children, what I feel is.
You have represented your school in cricket.
Yes, sir.
What are the Lodha committee's recommendations?
Lodha committee recommendations, the main recommendation is actually to keep the politicians out of the BCCI board, and it is necessary, sir, what I feel.
Why it is necessary?
Because in cricket, the administration should be to be given to the persons who are well versed with the cricket, sir. Like for example, there are successful administrators who are cricketers, like Brijesh Patel, who's handling KSCA, Karnataka State Cricket Academy. So, like involving politicians, they may not be accountable to the BCCI, sir. They may be just used by the board itself for fulfilling their own
The same
demands.
way we can say that the health administration should be given to only doctors.
Yes,
Why
sir.
Why to IAS officers?
It can be done, sir, but to hold accountability for betterment of the game, like preventing politicians from involving into the BCCI must be done, sir.
Do you think this IPL and BCCI, they are the channels of money laundering and black money?
Yes, sir. Because BCCI doesn't come under RTI, sir, which Lodha committee has recommended. And it should be done to ensure transparency, sir. Because the game of cricket, it has to save its sanctity, sir. It is getting eroded with the introduction of IPL as well as other franchise games, sir.
Why are we seeing so many divorces these days?
Divorces.
Yes.
Basically because earlier, what I feel is earlier women used to be succumbed or subdued when compared to the husband. They used to adjust with the scenarios, different family situations. But nowadays, as women are more empowered, they can stand on their own feet. So they're showing much strength and they're expressing themselves, sir, basically. So that is.
So do you think it's an improvement in position of women in India?
No, sir, because it shows that men are not getting adjusted to the women, sir.
Okay.
So you're blaming the women for
No.
divorce cases?
No, ma'am, certainly not.
So what would you do on the sociological aspect that the men become more mature and adjust
Yes,
like
sir.
the women have been adjusting?
Yes, sir. That should be imbibed from the school days itself, sir. From the early ages, it should be imbibed into the children's mind, because they grow at their family level. We can't change them because it is their familial setup, the patriarchal nature or whatever it is. But at the school level, we can definitely modify them, sir.
Since you have brought the subject of school level teachings,
Yes, sir.
do you think moral education is important?
Yes, sir.
How would you improve delivery of moral education or introduction of moral education in Indian primary education?
Yes, sir. My suggestions would be like moral science should be a separate subject, sir. Just
Mhm.
like ethics in our IAS papers, it should be started from the very early age, so that given a situation or a story, they can give their own opinions, which can which can portray their own understanding of the world, sir. So that should be a separate subject, and it should be taught from the early age. Yes.
So you feel it should be like a subject,
Yes, sir.
just like mathematics,
Yes, sir.
and there should be marks granted for that,
Yes, sir.
and there should be an exam for that.
Yes, sir.
What are the minerals used for your in the medicinal surgical instruments?
Yes, sir.
What is the prominent mineral used?
Iron, sir. Alloy, basically.
Yeah, alloy.
Yes, sir.
You are aware of it?
Iron, nickel. It is steel. To make a steel which doesn't rust, it has to be an alloy, and it is made of iron, nickel, and cobalt. Whatever that alloy that we use.
Any questions?
What is this chalk piece carving you have written as your hobby?
Yeah. Excuse me, ma'am. Chalk piece carving is once actually in a TV I saw an artist making some carvings out of the wooden this thing, madam. But I was like inspired with that. I started doing it in a chalk piece. Initially I used simple blades for that. Later on I developed my own skills, like using a compass or a divider to have fine skills. I usually carve out the portrayals of men like Vishweshwaraya, Mother Teresa, and also the national emblem. Like, it's a hobby, ma'am.
What are the major health indicators of a society?
Health indicators. They are the IMR, the infant mortality rate, MMR, maternal mortality rate, and the fertility rate.
You come from Karnataka.
Yes, sir.
Which state has got a better indicators, Kerala or Karnataka?
Karnataka, sir.
Are you sure about it?
No, sir, sorry. Kerala, it is Kerala. Sorry, sir.
Why Kerala has better indicators than Karnataka?
As far as my knowledge is concerned, because the education level is very good in Kerala when compared to Karnataka. Karnataka's literacy rate is 74%, whereas Kerala's is more than 99%, sir. So that shows that education is a prominent factor involved in this, sir.
So to improve health, you need to improve the education.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Since you come from Karnataka, could you tell us the contribution of Karnataka in Indian freedom struggle?
Yes, sir. The contributions of Karnataka are basically from the Bombay, Karnataka, the province of Karnataka, which belonged to the Bombay Presidency, and then from the Hyderabad, Karnataka, that is which belonged to the Nizams. Not much from the Mysore state as such, because Mysore state was under was under the Odayars, and it was developing well actually. So the need for agitation actually started in northern Karnataka, and I have I know a few names like.
Please tell us.
Like I am not able to recollect a few names, sir.
So few major well-known freedom fighters from, as you said, Bombay, Karnataka, and the Gulbarga region.
Yes, sir.
Mysore region did not contribute much.
Yeah, it contributed, but not to the extent of contributions from the northern part of Karnataka.
What is the contribution of Karnataka in Indian culture?
In Indian culture, sir, Karnataka has contributed in the field of art, like Yakshagana from the coastal Karnataka. It is one of the 8 major dance forms of the country, and it has got its own culture, its own food habits. Many food items have come from Karnataka, so like Mysore Pak, Dharwad Beda, and other things, sir.
Okay. You are aware of the word transgender?
Yes, sir.
What is their place in the Indian society?
Like the trans. Yes, sir.
Are they discriminated? Are they?
Yes, sir. They are certainly discriminated, sir. They are
What will you do as an
disadvantaged.
administrator to improve their position?
Like, sir, already they have been granted voting status. They have been like recognized in a way that there is a separate column for them, like apart from male and female, to express their gender status. And I will try to bring up more job opportunities for them, sir, because they have lesser job opportunities. They are going for other occupational activities, sir.
So you will give them jobs.
I'll try to give them jobs, sir.
What
Yes.
else would you like to do to improve their position?
Yes, sir. If at all there are schemes which can help them get pensions or something for their livelihood, I'll ensure
So
that.
you will give the pensions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Any other questions?
Do we have time?
Yeah, it's okay. 2 minutes we can move.
Okay, I just want to know,
Yes.
capital of Liechtenstein?
Liechtenstein. Liechtenstein itself, sir, if I'm
Okay.
guessing it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.